The Beastie Boys. They are a-coming home. They're coming home. Yeah, they're coming home. The Beastie Boys. They are a-coming home. They're coming home. Yeah, they're coming home. Greetings, salutations, you guys. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's having a lovely evening. I'm back after a little hiatus. CubeDude needed some time to recover from his accident, needed some time to regroup. What's up, Sunshine? Sunshine.
Sunshine XO just resubscribed for 12 months.
Sunshine, that's so sweet of you. What's going on? Welcome, Sunshine. Happy Saturday. Yeah, CubeDude just needed some time to regroup, kinda. Yo, 1 year? Oh, and Motu?
Motu
Fuck yeah.
underscore 247365 just resubscribed for 11 months. LFG.
LFG, baby. Oh, you are 1 month away from having the coveted 1 year Goemon badge. I see, Sunshine, you now have the 1 year subscriber badge. It's great to see you, Motu. It's good to be back. It was way too long. But yeah, I needed some regroup time, but there's a bunch of stuff on Game Boy that I've been like dying to check out. There's been some like new recent colorizations, such as this Tiny Toons game. Recently it was colorized. I'm pretty stoked to check it out. Stroke, oh my god. What's up, Electric Milk? What's up, A Resident Emil? What's up, Hardly Knower Bot? I'm so erect right now. I'm so glad Hardly Knower Bot is back. Like, holy fuck. Holy fuck. Yo, but yeah, it's good to be back, guys. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks. This is the longest I've gone in a while. So I'm out of the sling. Last time you saw me, I was like in a sling. Hold up, where's the game audio? Oh, there's no game audio. That's why I was like, so I'm not in the sling. I'm kind of like slowly getting back to normal. I can drive again. Been kind of, me and this girl I've been seeing are kind of like trying to figure out what's going on, which I'm sure after I drink a Huckleberry Pucker or two, you guys will hear all about it. Yo, Magoy Mang, what's up? It's good to see you, Electric Milk. And it's good to see the regulars jumping in here. Yeah, I hope it stays running if I'm in LA and the bot is in NorCal if it crashes. Oh, really? So wait, the bot has a mind of its own? Huckleberry Pucker, Hardly Knower. I fucking love it, dude. I mean, you have my consent to just crank the Hardly Knower bot up to 11. I want it chiming in every time there's an ER. I just want no restraint. I want no restraint. Yo, so you guys, Motu just got all the Super Nintendo Goemon games, or I should say Super Famicom Goemon games. I saw that, dude, and I freaked out. You got Goemon 1 through 4 in Super Famicom, and you also got the Abisu Maru spin-off game. I can't do it remotely, but I think I did it for your channel. But yeah, it looks like I'm freaking out, man. Yeah, I bet you're stoked. That's awesome to see, dude. Nothing that really made my night. I like how the Hardly Knower bot is like operating remotely. So if there's ever like, you know, an apocalyptic event and like society breaks down, the Hardly Knower bot's gonna still be out there hardly knowing. Once they get the SNES Junior, oh nice. Wait, did you send in the SNES Junior to get modded? We've got the Woodstock DVD on in the background, which is one of the first DVDs I got in the 90s. My great grandpa had a bunch of DVDs in his office, and my brother and I raided his office, and we got a bunch of Warner Brothers DVDs because he like worked at Warner Brothers or something. It's a long story, but I've had this Woodstock DVD since like 97 or 98 before I even had a DVD player. So thank you, Great Grandpa Jack, R.I.P. But thank you for thank you for the DVDs. Once I get this, oh, what, you just sent it to oh, nice, dude. I'm so stoked for you. You're gonna have such a good time. You're gonna have such a good time with it. I think the modded SNES Junior is the best possible SNES you can get. Because both like the 1-chip SNES and the 2-chip SNES both have some quirks. They also need mods. The 1-chip doesn't need as much modding as the 2-chip, but the SNES Junior I really think is the way to go. This is a whole wormhole we could go down, but the 1-chip has the color gain is like cranked up, and the colors are a little off, even though it's a little sharper than a 2-chip. Then 2-chips have better color accuracy, but the fucking they're just really blurry. If you go to the bot's chat and say one freaks, oh, that's awesome. So wait, who commands the bot? Can CubeDude command the bot? Can CubeDude command the bot? Dude, this is awesome. You're like remotely programming the bot. This is like poetry in motion. You're watching a true artist, guys, watching Resident Emil take the hardly knower bot into new territory. Oh, let me show. What's up, Chargers girl? Let me show you what we're gonna do. Wait, where can I research the bot? Like, is there a user manual? So this is a colorization of a 1992 Tiny Toons game. It's technically Tiny Toon Adventure. I always thought it was Tiny Toons, like plural, but yeah, it's Tiny Toon Adventure Bab's Big Break. It's by Konami. Stoked to get started and see if I can get it back before the release of the SNES operator. Oh, wait, so the SNES operator, that's like for ripping cartridges? I remember what it is. The SNES operator for ripping cartridges? The manual is in the best. Oh, wait, the Hardly Knower bot like has its own channel? Am I even following the Hardly Knower bot? I am following the Hardly Knower bot. Yo, my 1-year anniversary of following the Hardly Knower bot is the April 30th. I have not played a bad Konami game yet. I also like Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I would like this game, lol. Yeah, I'm also a fan of platformers. I was really into Buster Bust Loose on the Super Nintendo, which is something I would love to play on here. I don't really know what my Super Nintendo setup is gonna be, but I have a lot of memories of Buster Bust Loose. That's gonna be a real trip down memory lane for me, because I would play that all the time as a little kid. Adventures of Bayou Billy. I grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh! More than Pokemon. There's like a whole genre of stuff that's like Pokemon inspired. It can rip cards and you can play off it as well to use. Oh, nice. Retro treatments on real hardware. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's really cool, actually. That's where Retro Twitch is really going towards retro achievements. Someone pointed this out to me. They were saying like everyone used to be all about real hardware, but now everyone is all about retro achievements and they don't care about real hardware. But if you could combine both the retro achievements and the real hardware, you'd be doing something special. Mister Hard. Wait, there aren't Chivos on the Mister? I just got this Game Boy. That's what I was thinking. Game Boy operator. I knew I'd heard of some operator. Smooth operator, baby. But you guys know the setup. This is the Game Boy player going into the RetroTink 4K. There was a lot of things I was considering coming back with, but I felt like, dude, we should just do some fucking Game Boy, you know? Go back to where it all began. Maybe they added it. I mean, I've never actually done retro achievements, but I just assume the Mister could support retro achievements. But I have not researched it, but I saw they released Wii Retro achievements, and those are pretty popular. Have I talked to you guys since I saw the Mario movie? I kind of like the Mario movie. I'm like deeply ashamed to say this, but I had a really good time at the Mario movie. I'm getting maybe, is that some screen tear? Hold up. There we go, that's better. That was weird. Once you start down the RA path forever, will it dominate your destiny? That seems to be the case. Everyone's doing it, man. Just getting through a game normally is kind of an accomplishment for CubeDude, so. Were you guys big into Tiny Toons growing up? I was super into Tiny Toons. 1992, so this is a recently released colorization. I say let's go for it, guys. Let's go for it. Is the volume good? Could I turn... The Game Boy tends to really cut through the mix. So I usually turn it way down, but I don't know. It might be too far down. Oh man, Buster, I'm gonna get like nostalgic when we do Buster Bust Loose. That was constantly being played when I was a little kid, and I haven't revisited it since I was a little kid. To be a good actress, you will need two things: talent and luck. And the casting couch. To be a good actress, you need the casting couch. But even these aren't enough. In your path. Luckily, I have a friend like Dizzy Devil to help me out. So let's get to it. What is Dizzy Devil on, dude? Better than the cuck couch. Yeah, these are some weird... These mechanics are not particularly snappy. This is not particularly snappy. I like the music though. Join the fun. He was ready to hear this on a loop for like hours straight. And there's a few other colorizations that just released I want to check out. We'll see how long this is. Better than the cuck couch. We're all a little loony. What's up, Doge? It's the Cube, the one and only. These boxes, they're kind of like the question mark boxes in Mario, except they literally spit out the item and there's like a tongue. Yo, you're looking at a sphere hater right now, man. How you been, Doge? Oh man, yeah, Batman the animated series after school. That's very much an era. Okay, the sky changed colors. They have a day-night cycle in this Tiny Toons Game Boy game. Batman, yeah, Batman the animated series was huge. Fuck. Animaniacs was pretty big too. We're all a little loony. Man, yeah, why isn't Bugs like just sticking his furry little schlong in those boxes? I guess we're going down. This sounds like Mario music. Like the special stage. What's up, Axio? I realize I'm just not perfectly centered. Okay. I know, but this needs an overclock hack, dude. I don't know, it seems to be a little smoother now. I really feel like Game Boy games did not get as much TLC or development time as like a full console game. Definitely aimed at probably a younger demographic too. Just JLU. By the time they got to Justice League, I'd tuned out a little bit, but I remember that it was Batman the Animated Series, then it was like the Adventures of Batman and Robin, And then it was like Batman and Superman. But it was all kind of the same style, same animation style. Woody Woodpecker! And I think I'd kind of tuned out by the time they got to the Bruce Timm. Yeah, that's right. Good call, dude. I love that style. I saw that they did another Bruce Timm animated Batman not too long ago. Once Toonami came around, that was the new after-school hotness. Oh, yo, Dizzy up in this bitch? What channel was Gargoyles on? Gargoyles was cool. I can't say I was the most diehard fan, but it was good shit. Batman, Superman, Batman Beyond, Justice League, yeah. I would like to go through Batman Beyond one of these days. Back in 2012, I was revisiting a lot of the DC animated stuff in anticipation of The Dark Knight Rises. I think I rewatched all of the Batman animated. I was watching this newer thing called Young Justice that was surprisingly good. Disney Afternoon for Gargoyles, bro. Batman Beyond. That's what people say. I think I moved on to other stuff. Probably, honestly, I think DBZ, once I, like, you know, got addicted to DBZ, that kind of, whoa, this is crazy. DBZ kind of, became the main cartoon, and Young Justice is pretty good. Never watched it in whole. Yeah, this game looks cool. You saw it at Book Off. Is this an expensive game? Bye-bye, Gur. Once you go anime, you don't go back. That seems $20 seems like a lot for a Game Boy game. Their games always go down there. What was the thing? I'm not the... Okay, I say that, but honestly, my, like, anime exposure back then was just, like, Dragon Ball Z, Vampire Hunter D, Akira. It was kind of slim pickings in the 90s. Now anime is, like, pretty, socially acceptable. It's been appropriated by the mainstream. You can buy, like, anime t-shirts at Target. I liked Vampire Hunter D. Yeah, I think that's how I got, whoa. It's like Donkey Kong Country Returns or Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, where you only see the silhouettes. Did they air 80s Thundercats? I remember when they announced Cartoon Network starting, and my brother telling me there's gonna be a TV channel that's only cartoons, and it blew my mind. But it was originally just old cartoons. It was a while before stuff like Dragon Ball. It was a while before Toonami. In the early days, it was like Space Ghost Coast to Coast as well. Boomerang. SWAT Cats. I remember watching a movie, it was my friends, like, Sky High. I don't know Sky High. Yo, these physics could be better. It's a cute game, though. I have a few other colorizations if we can crank our way through this. Space Ghost Coast to Coast was, really good. It was, some of it still holds up. They had really good guests on Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Like, they had really good musical guests on Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I think it was cooler than a lot of the people watching it realized. They had the series, which was basically a bunch of cartoon pilots. What a Cartoon. What's up, Adrian? I don't know What a Cartoon. My Hero Academia. What was the thing? There was one thing in like the year 2000. It was some dude living in the city with two girls. I forget what it was. It was on Cartoon Network or Toonami or Adult Swim. Well, it was Toonami predates Adult Swim. Oh, Dexter's Laboratory, Giant Bravo crew. Oh, nice. I did love Dexter. It was better having watched the OG Space Coast crew. Oh, really? I remember wondering, like, what's the deal with these characters? There seems to be some history with the Space Ghost characters that I am, like, unfamiliar with. That was pretty clever. It was like, okay, Space Ghost was like internet humor before the internet. Really, Larry and Steve was the prototype for Family Guy? I had no idea. I remember watching Family Guy in the 90s back when no one knew about it or cared, and then it blew up. It got canceled and then it blew up on DVD. Samurai Jack, Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, those were the OG Cartoon Network cartoons, originals. So we watched a lot of Scooby. Yeah, I love Scooby as well. I still love Scooby. Who is Gendy Tarkovsky? Or Tartovsky. Tarkovsky is something else. I watched a lot of Fairly Odd Parents. I liked Fairly Odd Parents too. I was like way too old to be watching it when it was popular, but I did sneakily watch it. Oh, the creator of Dexter. Yeah, Dexter was also like it was kind of aimed at a slightly older audience, or there were jokes in there that appealed to older people. Like they did a parody of Shaft. I remember my brother and I flipping out. My brother was super into like kung fu and blaxploitation when he was in like high school. Jimmy Neutron. Yeah, Jimmy was good. Dexter's Lab. Okay. What is PPG? Dizzy in mouth. Oh, Dizzy wants us to come in his mouth? Yeah, I'll come in that mouth, dude. Oh wait, what is going on here? Oh, I see. I know people like the Clone Wars show. There's a lot of like a revisionist history around the Star Wars prequels now. People really hated them when they came out, but now everyone's pretty into it. I think the media around the prequels, people always liked, like the Clone Wars. It's been interesting to see that evolution though. Kitty Bobo. Nice. A happy Dizzy is a good Dizzy. That Primal show. Oh, so the guy who did Dexter's still making stuff. See, these are the conversations you want to have when you're playing a Tiny Toons game. The original Clone Wars show is animated. Oh, really? Wow. So he had his hands in a lot of different shows. So my church one. You do meet people every once in a while who have like never seen Star Wars, which kind of blows my mind. It's so omnipresent. I understand not seeing the new Star Wars, but certainly you saw the original trilogy. But there are people out there. Does a lot of visual storytelling. That's interesting. What service is Primal on? Have you guys been seeing that people are comparing the voice of Stewie from Family Guy to Tame Impala? They claim the singer of Tame Impala sounds like Stewie from Family Guy, and it kind of does. It kind of does. Adult Swim version of Samurai Jack. Samurai piece of gas. What's up, Addison? I feel like every sitcom and Saturday morning cartoon is giving you cliff notes. Yeah, pretty much. It's one of those things you've seen parodied a million times. That's how I was with a lot of stuff on Simpsons. Like Simpsons introduced me to like Casablanca and Citizen Kane long before I actually saw those. And then I finally saw them and I realized, oh, I know this entire movie from fucking that episode of Simpsons. I never saw Samurai Pizza Cats, but I saw they're doing a video game revival that looks good. What's up, CJ? That was to tie up the story. It only took 10 years, but and SPCs were fucking awesome. I don't know if you heard, I broke my collarbone bike riding, CJ. I had to have like surgery to repair my collarbone. I have a pretty cool scar. I would show you guys, but it's kind of hard in this t-shirt. Also kind of been seeing a girl and we're trying to like figure out what's like going on. Which I'm sure if I have another pucker, I will tell you guys all about that. Primal is on, oh, it's on HBO Max, okay. Danny Phantom. Man, it was a shitty situation where I was biking back after dark and there were a couple guys on the bike path who didn't have their lights on. And there was a three-way collision. Yeah, dude, it was a three-way cycling collision. It sucked. I thought I could just like walk it off or something, but then it ended up being like a pretty serious injury. That's how you fucked your face, is in a bike-on-bike collision. Yeah, I mean, I was actually coming from a winery, so I'm not perfect. These guys were way more drunk though, the guys that I hit. Cube's first three-way. Not the three-way you want. Yeah, not the three-way you wanted. Oh man, that sucks. How badly did you fuck up your face? Oh no. When was this recently, CJ? When was this, CJ? It sucks. I'm glad I had my helmet on. I remember my helmet hitting the pavement. Oh shit. Did you have a helmet on? From the books. Oh. Oh shit, dude. I don't know, do you guys think Babs has it in her to become an actress? She better hit that casting couch. I gotta say, now that I've been in a little accident, when I see like footage of car accidents, or you know, even if it's in like a cartoon or something, it kind of freaks me out now. Like, I think there might be some PTSD, but I was in a sling for like a month. I'm doing some physical therapy. I think I'm gonna regain all my range of motion. I'm definitely gonna get back on the bike, dude. I cannot wait to get back on the bike. Lola has a better chance at acting success. Was the sexy bunny? Or was that... Remember in Wayne's World when they're talking about how they're Garth says he's attracted to Bugs Bunny when he dresses up as a woman. If we get lost in the alleys, we can always call my pimp. Is furball a sexual favor? Oh, Lola from Space Jam. We're Toonie, we're coming in an alley, we're coming in alley, are coming on TV. I've never gone down the Looney Tunes Rule 34, but I really should. Dude, Babs Bunny. Okay, we finally have some music. Oh, we're getting jazzy. Oh my god, bro. Post that shit in the Discord. This music's pretty good. I think Konami stuff usually has like a degree of polish to it, and this is not an exception. CubeDude. Which Looney Tune is the most fuckable? I hope that goes well for you, Chargers girl. Yo, Ghost Milk! It's good to see you. Baby tat. Man, this tube is just going on forever. What's going on, Ghost Milk? Is Sheila? Sheila was like Bugs's sexy persona. Oh, okay. Okay. Dude, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Like slowly getting back to normal. Yeah, it's been too long. It's been too long. It's good to be hanging out with you guys again. Sheila, I don't think I know. I don't know that song. What era? Well, this is quite the labyrinth we're in. Oh, Sheila, you know, not off the top of my head, I don't think so. That was a riot. I bet it was. I bet it was. Sheila. I know, Allison by Elvis Costello. Yeah, post that shit. Who does Sheila? What era and who's the band? I'm in the money. I'm feeling cummy. Our AI generated furry stuff. It's an odd band name. Ready for the world. Okay. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? A and B. God, I remember these characters. Yo, Ghost! Oh my God, Ghost, you're at 12
DX
months.
Just resubscribed for 12 months. Lampula.
Oh my God, Ghost, thank you for the 12 months. You have the coveted 1-year Goemon sub badge. The one, what's up, Sweaty Naked Man? Oh, Sweaty Naked Man, that is so sweet of you to say. Thank you so much, Sweaty Naked Man. How you doing, man? I'm slowly getting better. I'm slowly getting better. I started some physical therapy for like my left arm. I think I'm gonna regain full motion, but it kind of it was a rough month. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a rough month. Go to CubeDude. Come to Seattle, dude. Give him a Sweaty Nick, man. I love you, dude. It's good to see you, man. Yeah, go. It's good to see. Motu is 1 month away from his coveted Goemon 1-year sub badge. Ghost Milk has it. I think I'm not gonna do a 1.5 or 2-year badge just because I like this 1-year badge so much. I hope that goes well for you, Chargers girl. On my way. Yeah, I'll see you in a couple hours. It's such a short trip, cross country, but it would be awesome if you visited. What have you been throwing around like candy? After? Hardly nowhere.
CJ987 just resubscribed for 11 months. Fuck you.
That's hilarious. Need that portable phone battery. Oh my god, bro.
DJ987 just gifted 5 subs.
Thank you so much. We just got a present. Oh my god. Can someone gift Chargers girl? That's really sweet of you, CJ. This might be a real stroker. We're in stroker territory. Thank you so much, CJ. Like, for real, holy shit. Yeah, it's been a weird month. been doing like non-CubeDude related projects, but I missed you guys a shit ton. Been like, kind of been in a gray area with this like girl I'm seeing. We're like kind of trying to figure out what's up. But the sex is really good. Like the physical connection is really strong. We have a really good time together. Yo, thank you Motu for gifting, and thank you for the eat ass seeds.
365 gifted, Chargers Gold 366 a subscription.
You need that portable phone battery. That's the pucker talking. Yeah, okay, I kind of want to just like spill the beans. Thank you for the giant short too. Well, it started off as very casual, but like it's at like 5 months now, and like I just told her like we hadn't really had like a talk about like what's going on, but we like get along really well. We've been hanging out a lot. We were biking and stuff before my injury, but I was like, yeah, I have feelings, and she's like, I don't really know where I'm at. I think this is gonna remain casual for the time being. But then I don't know. It was kind of an all over the place talk. At one point she was contemplating like the logistics of us living together. So that's like pretty positive. I really like her. But yeah, it's kind of a weird being in like this gray zone kind of. Oh shit, we got a hype train. 10 minutes of ads. Well, that's the thing. Well, she's like, she'd kind of we have a hype train going. Yeah, well, we're not there yet. But she was like, she's a little older than me. She's 4 years older. And so she's like, you know, I'm really thinking about like, I really want a partner, or hypothetically someone I could like, you know, travel with and live with. And she didn't think that, no, she didn't think I was like interested in anything long-term, because it started off very casual. So I think that kind of took her by surprise that I'm like contemplating this more seriously, and like we're nowhere near that. She did pretty much just like straight up say like, yeah, I don't really have feelings, but I really like you, you know, I think you're really attractive and cool. So it's weird, you know, like it feels almost like a remember that movie 500 Days of Summer? It feels like it's kind of building towards a situation like that, but I think it's gonna be in a gray zone for a long time, and I'm gonna like explore other options. But yeah, it's been really fun. But we just had this talk, and now I'm kind of like, yeah, we were not on the same page. She didn't think I wanted anything serious. I don't know. She still doesn't know how she feels. Let me catch up. Yeah, Eat Ass is back. I'm kidding. I was just trying to get someone to give to some, but yeah, we're taking it slow. The wedding is next week. I Gravity burned out. It was kind of just give her some. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, I'm not trying to like force. What's up, Elagos? What's up, Elagos? I'm not trying to like force anything or like rush anything. We just this had been going on for over 5 months, with maybe a little break in there at one point, and we just like hadn't really had a talk. But we'd been hanging out a lot, and like I'd been sleeping over, and I straight up just told her, hopefully this isn't too much information, guys. I just told her, I'm like, dude, you are like the best sexual partner I've had in like such a long time, and you know, I really like hanging with you. And I feel like she pretty much feels the same way. It's so, and we just have so much in so many similar interests, and like we have good conversations. I feel like a lot of the time in dating, I'm carrying the entire conversation, and there's like maybe like 1 or 2 things we can talk about, but with her, it's like sky is the limit. So it's definitely in a gray area, but I'm trying to be chill. I was definitely not expecting. I thought she was further along than she actually was. Cube didn't actually get hit by coyotes, just got her. I was out biking with her that day. She is somewhat involved in my collarbone breaking. It's not her fault in any way, shape, or form, but I was not supposed to be out late that night, and then I met her. We biked to this place that's like halfway between our houses, and we were hanging out, and she suggested, oh, let's go to this winery across the street. So we went to this winery, and then it got super dark out, and yeah, that's when the accident happened, dude. What is Marsh Island? I know. But I don't know. We just hadn't really touched bases on any of this shit in a long time. I feel pretty okay talking about this on here because she has zero interest in watching me play video games on the internet. She doesn't totally understand what Twitch is, but fucking Laura Craft polygons. She's really cute. She told me the night we met, I showed her the video of me in the hot tub getting pizza delivered, and she straight up told me I hate hot tubs. So that's the one thing we don't have in common, is she's not into hot tubs. I don't know. I feel like she would be down to I don't know if she would play games, but she would probably be down to like appear on stream if you know, if it continues. I don't know. She's really not into gaming though. That's like maybe the one thing we don't really share. She grew up with it though. Like she had like a NES and a SNES, but it's like that was a long ass time ago. My favorite place that I've been to in Seattle. Oh, Marsh Island. Let me look that shit up real quick. I poked fun, but maybe it's too soon. No, it's okay. You can joke about it, dude. That's hilarious. Resident Emil, you're such a sweet, funny guy, and nothing you could say could hurt the cube, dude. Like, just, you know, I want the full Resident Emil treatment. Don't hold back. She's actually the hardly knower bot. Yeah, she's not interested in the noisy nonsense. I mean, bro, I almost said her name. We have good conversations. Like, I feel like her and I could have a good conversation on stream. I got, oh nice, you and Lady Friend beat Link to the Past together. That's awesome. I at one point showed her the stream, and I was playing a Zelda game. I don't know what, and she was like, oh, there's probably been so many Zelda games released since I played one. Have I showed her the Saturn? It's hard to describe the Twitch world to people who are outside the Twitch world. Showing them the Saturn. Yeah, that's where it's kind of at, but I don't know. I guess I just got ahead of myself. It really followed our quote-unquote courtship kind of followed an unconventional script. Like, it started off as this casual thing, but just after spending a lot of time together, I'm like, you know, I feel like there's some chemistry here. Like, I could see this being something. I guess there's more conversations to be had. I don't know. I feel like I've kind of said what I have to say to her, and you know, we're supposedly hanging out soon. So we'll see what happens. It's like describing Pokemon Go to my 91. Yeah. Hey babe, I'm real hardware where it counts. Yo, what's going on, Chad Music? I saw Chad Music did an awesome freaking Tifa cosplay. Dude, that was the coolest shit I've ever seen, bro. The Tifa cosplay. Shout out my man Chad Music. You guys, CubeDude is making some stuff for Chad Music. If you saw Chad Music's Super Nintendo stream, I just I had the pleasure of making a Super Nintendo, or a logo for Chad's Super Nintendo streams. If you've seen his last couple streams, you might have seen it. And there's more, even cooler stuff in the works. She's really into cycling and music. We like went to the same concerts together in the early 2000s, just like, but didn't really know it. Yeah, dude. I was so happy to see you using the SNES one on your stream, dude. Anyways, I'm just like, this is just like CubeDude therapy at the moment. We should really go back to the game. Honestly, all types of music. She was really into like 2000s, 2010s indie. She's into everything though. A lot. We're both really into the Velvet Underground. But yeah, she's a really special girl, and we'll see where it goes. I feel like I'm in a weird place, kind of in a weird gray area with it, and I kind of have to take a step back. I think like I was a little further ahead than where she was, so we'll see. I'm really thankful though for whatever it is, you know. It's definitely kind of in an undefined casual thing right now. Okay, let's go back and play the game, guys. Enough CubeDude therapy. There's a lot more I could say. I do feel like, I don't know. Like, usually, I feel like at this point, she should have enough data to determine whether or not this could be a long-term, if we're long-term compatible. We didn't really start having this conversation until like 5 months in, though. I think she was very much under the impression I wasn't looking for something serious, but my position has changed a bit. I do feel like usually after like, I don't know, after like 3 months you have enough data to determine whether or not something has compatibility. Phantasmal lactose? What is phantasmal lactose? Yeah, we're only one pucker in. Okay, that gave me... It took me a second to put that together. She would love Ghost Milk. I told her I have a friend in Kyoto that I want to go visit. That's you. She does not want to have kids, and I don't think I do either. I think that the moment for her to do that has passed, without going into too much detail. Yeah, well, she kind of told me her future goals, and like, yeah, I was maybe caught a little unprepared, but yeah. I feel like I kind of communicated what my goals were, but I don't know. Hopefully there's more opportunities to discuss it. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at, Motu. And like, I have my niece. I love hanging out with my niece. Kids are so much energy, dude. Just raising a kid, like watching my niece for 5 or 6 hours at a time requires so much energy. If it happens, okay. Yeah, I think we are also taking precautions. Or I should say she is taking precautions. Got some nice jazzy music. Some people do have kids later. It can happen in your 40s. It's just such a lifestyle change. It's a lot of money to have a kid. It's a ton of time and energy. I can't, like I was saying, I can barely handle watching my niece for like 5 hours at a time. That'd be very difficult to do on a regular basis. I love my niece. Oh, balloons. Fuck, yeah, that stork fucked me up. That stork looks like It's straight out of Yoshi's Island. Are we back at the very beginning? No, thank God. We only have 1 hit point. Whoa. Hey, I'm storking over here. Fuck. This is getting brutal. I should use my projectile on the stork. Without going into too many details, I don't think that's on the agenda. There's something cool up there. Fuck. This might be a real stroker. This is a hell of a stroker, guys. Okay, we have 2 continues. I really gotta make this count. Thankfully, we're starting at... We keep some of our progress. Fuck you, Bowser! Fuck Lakitu! Running a train, baby! Running a train, baby! See, that's how you get up there, you jump off the enemy. It's just the combination of the burly cycler and the stork at the same time that'll mess you up. I can handle 1 individually, but 2, that's a tough task. Can we go up? You should totally grab this, Chargers girl. This colorization is pretty good. That fire is scary. It's like taunting me. How can we crawl? Yo, so this isn't actually a real colorization. I don't even have the Super Game Boy. The Super Game Boy is awesome. This is actually the Game Boy Player. So I just have a Game Boy flash cartridge and the Game Boy Player, and then I'm going HDMI out into the retro tank. Yeah, this is an actual colorization, although there's a chance that this maybe had a colorization for Super Game Boy. Oh, I can switch characters, bro. The Super Game Boy is awesome, though. That's a little odd. I could have been plucky this whole time. I could have been plucking. It does put some games in color. Some games had full colorization with the Super Game Boy. You know, let's go. Plucky Plucker? Hardly know her. No, oh thank God. Guess we're going down. We need health point. Come on, bot. I want pure, unrestrained, hardly know her bot. Okay, we're in like one hit kill territory. What? I think I'm missing something here. Dispenser. I use an RE320. It's an RE320. Let me confirm that. I'm not a huge gadget guy. I'm looking at a dynamic mic. Yeah, this one, I think it was a good investment. 320 mic. Yeah, it's an RE320. Yeah, it's a cardioid. Your audio sounds great, Chad. Like, I feel like what you're doing works. I feel like this mic, you see a lot of podcasters use this mic, although I think the most common mic you see podcasters and streamers use is the Shure SM B7. 10 iterations, man. The hardly knower bot is like operating on a different level than us mere mortals. What large language model? What large language model is it using? The Super Mario Bros. 7 mic? That's funny. Which one? You know what I'm talking about. The Shure, not the SM57. The SM57's awesome. That's kind of like a working man's microphone. That's the one I use whenever Callie is on the stream. That's my second mic. But yeah, it's one of those Shure mics is the one you see everyone using. Yeah, I think your audio sounds like totally fine. I'm kind of at the point where I don't think you necessarily need the nicest equipment to get a good sound. Like, some of those USB microphones sound really decent, like even better than decent. It's possible Raspberry Pi 5. I didn't set up an agent. It's all okay. I don't know coding. My lady friend though is like super into coding and computer science and stuff. This is Furball. Babs went to the train station. If you play hide and seek with him, help you on your journey. I thought different characters might be able to reach different parts of the stage, but I don't think that is the case. Yeah, I'll fuck with him. Oh, it's all dark in here, man. I feel like it's either... No! Turtles have certain abilities. Okay, he's on the far left. He's on the far left. Boom, baby. He's on the far left. Or the middle, but probably far left. Boom. Hide and seek master. Hide and seek master, CubeDude. So I bet he... Eat ass master, CubeDude. Yo, it's awesome that we sent fucking man up to the moon again. Been a long ass time since man was on that moon. Did anyone here see Project Hail Mary? Okay, so he unlocks that area we couldn't go to. I enjoyed Project Hail Mary. I didn't see any of the don't watch the trailers for Project Hail Mary. I had no idea what I was getting into. And there's some great stuff that really took me by surprise. I think it's all in the trailers. But it's way cooler if it's a surprise. It's actually written, it's based on a book by the guy who wrote The Martian. So it's definitely very similar to The Martian. They're both based on books by the same author. I was listening to one reviewer and they were saying The Martian is all about making it by yourself. Out in outer space, as where Project Hail Mary is all about how you need other people. It's kind of like the opposite. And it kind of has some quote-unquote realistic science. It's definitely science fiction, but like it's slightly believable. You thought The Martian was boring? You know, I never revisited it. I barely remember it. I remember enjoying it. I think if a movie is truly great, I will watch it a second time. Cool, the game just plays itself. It was a fun time though. I watched a pretty decent cam rip. See, this is like Project Hail Mary. We need others to help us get through the stage. Oh, we're on a train now? We're on a train? That's someone's cue to do exclamation point train. No, I walked right into that fucking frog. That looks like an Animaniacs frog. Is it limited to once per stream? I might have done that. This fucking frog. Fuck you, Bowser! Fuck,
Thank you, Chad.
You running a train, baby! We running a train, baby! Aw, young CubeDude. I was young CubeDude. Before all the heartbreak. Okay, we got a pineapple. I like how these mouth boxes just vomit out fruit. This is just vomiting out fruit. Yo, thank you for hanging with us, Chargers girl. There's a couple GBA games that I just downloaded that I want to check out. What were they? Hold on, let me check that. I have a bunch of new GBA stuff I want to put on. There's an English translation for Rhythm Tengoku, aka the very first Rhythm Heaven game. We actually did the Japanese version of Rhythm Tengoku a long time ago, but it was in Japanese, and I'm down to replay it. I really like it. It's a total CubeDude game. Fuck! It's $50. It never came to America. Yeah, there's a new Rhythm Heaven coming out, that's precisely why I want to play this, replay the old one. You pre-ordered it, nice. I saw it's only $40, which is a good price. I only have played the Game Boy. No, I played a bit of the Wii one. It's a really quirky series. It's I would almost say it's like a combination of Parappa and WarioWare. It's WarioWare adjacent, but it obviously has the the rhythm elements of something like Parappa. It's got a lot of style. I can't really handle. Oh, thank God. I can't really handle WarioWare. It's just a little too high energy. Since 1993, we're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little splurgy. They're all splurging. We booking off, baby. Some people book on, some people book off. You know, we should be plucky, dude. You know, Plucky has better physics. Actually, I don't entirely know if they're at all different. I just want to believe they're slightly different. Yo, we beat it! Oh, the really buff dog? This fucking buff dog? Twin Bee, is that a shmup? Yo, that dog is jacked. That dog is fucking ripped. How much is that? Oh wait, I was supposed to like fight this dog or something? Okay, we gotta continue. You know what? I feel like this is a job Oh, let's do Plucky. Twin Bee and Parodius are kind of always like blur together in my head a bit. Parodius has a good sense of humor. Okay, I assume, yeah, we jump on this fool. Do we want to like slam dunk or something? I think that's what we want to do, but I don't know. We appear to be moving the net. Whoa! Yo, good night, Chargers girl. Thanks for hanging. Thank you for the lurk. Fuck Bugs. Dude, Bugs' jump shot. Bugs got a weak jump shot. This music's great. We're gonna play as the bacon. Oh! Okay, I think it's actually every couple hits. This is just Space Jam all of a sudden. This guy is Moggin. God, this guy is Moggin. Whoa. Yo! That's what happens when you overmog. What if I might have played something similar. This is definitely the first Tiny Toons. No. I think I might have done like a Tasmanian Devil or a Speedy Gonzales game. I might have done I've definitely done a Looney Tunes game before for Game Boy or Game Boy Color, but I want to say this is the first Tiny Toons, but I mean, they're kind of the same shit. Courage. Let's test our courage by investing in the stock market. The haunted house in the forest that Fifi told me about. Yeah, I heard someone got killed and like assaulted there. Damn, Fifi is fine. Fifi is fine. Too young though. Fifi is too young for me. Thank you for the Maga mode. I was just thinking like, wow, someone should use the Maga, Ghost Milk's Maga mode. Whoa, that guy's a piece of shit. That bird's a piece of shit. Fuck you, Bowser! Fuck Lakitu! Running a train, baby! Running a train, baby! Yo, what's up, Richard? I'm out of the sling, and I'm in physical therapy, so I'm doing a lot better. I think I'm gonna regain full range of motion, which is awesome, but it was a rough month. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a rough month. But things are definitely better now, thank God. How you doing, Richard? These fucking bees, man. Did you see that shit? Oh, behave. Yo, I love Richard created a game within his stream. It's called Try and Shoot, or no, Try and Score. I love Try and Score. Do I still have the highest record on Try and Score? It's really awesome. I almost want to pay you to develop like a game within the CubeDude stream. Whoa. I'm first place. I've also been taking a lot of shots. You know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If there was ever a moment to quote that, it's when you play the Richard Entertainment Try and Score game, channel point redeem. And you're also working on a game on your stream where people fight. Which I gotta warn you, I just gotta give you a heads up, it might get heated. I feel like CubeDude might have some beef with like people in your community, but I'm definitely not gonna hold back if there's a fighting game, dude. One of us amazing. I've never tried the Game Boy one. You know, yeah, I you might have mentioned that the Genesis Tiny Toons games were great. Konami had the license, and they did a pretty good job with it. I grew up on Buster Bust Loose for SNES and just never played or owned the Genesis Tiny Toon games. I would love to check them out. This is actually a fan colorization. Yeah, what's up, Double Escapement? Yeah, the physics are, it's a little floaty. The jumping's a little goofy. I will say I'm kind of used to the jumping at this point. The colorization's pretty nice though. There better be a freaking password. We're gonna get a password because we're out of continues. Where's my fucking password? Yo, I was robbed. Hold up, I'm gonna actually look up what the passwords are. Tiny Toons, Babs, Big Break, passwords. Stages 1 through 3, empty carrot, empty carrot. Okay. The only like no, I had a couple. I didn't play that one, Double Escapement. I had Buster Bust Loose on SNES, which is a core childhood memory for me, playing Buster Bust Loose, which I would like to revisit on stream. It's going to be very nostalgic. And I think I had a Roadrunner game. Okay, I found passwords. It had 99 levels and it was a oh, you're talking about like Bugs' Crazy Castle? Though there's like a couple of them, right? The Bugs Bunny Crazy Castles. I've heard okay things. Sconebone was saying he didn't like it though. What's up, Senna? I'm working on the fighting game. The problem is my stream time is dedicated to me tinkering or building stuff. I have to remember to actually stream instead. I feel like a total hobbyist that builds a collection but doesn't enjoy it. There are people out there, yeah. Well, hey, look, when you do decide to stream, you better believe CubeDude is gonna be spamming your redeems over and over. I'm gonna get a shit ton of enjoyment out of it. What's going on, Cinna? Have you played any Tiny Toons or Looney Tunes games, Cinna Stubborn? No, let's do password. Hold on. We're resetting. My Arabic Fammy clone. That's crazy that we're talking a third world Nintendo knockoff. I kind of love it. Tiny Toon Adventure. There's some new stuff in here. There's a couple new colorizations. Faceball. I really want to do this. Someone ported the Friday the 13th to Game Boy. Buster's Hidden Treasure is my favorite, but didn't realize Konami Connection was why it was so good. Konami had the license back then. Most of the Konami license games are surprisingly good. The McDonald's Konami game is surprisingly decent. Thrilled because they were not part of war. Yeah. I just love an Arabic NES. I have a Cuban. I have a Cuban Wii. My Wii was from Cuba. It's illegal. Cuban Wiis are, you know, they're banned in the US. Don't tell anyone. Senna. It looks awesome. Yeah, it looks surprisingly decent. Okay, stage 1, 1, 1, 3. Okay, watermelon, empty, watermelon, empty. QBA. Woo, all things. My physical therapist, her brother, works for EA. He does the environments in electronics arts games. The studying is too much for me. Time for me to bake from the books. Let's go to the city. Maybe we'll learn about acting there. Maybe we'll pick up a hooker. And if we get lost in the alleys... Oh, we already did this one. Oh, we were way further than I realized. Hold up. Let's reset. Can I exit? Okay. We already beat that one. Let's try pineapple, pineapple, watermelon, watermelon. Let me just say, this guy, the guy you're looking at, is not sexually deprived. It's a dear Cube A. It's a dear leader, president, Cube. Cubel Dudestro. Have you guys been seeing these memes that the guy from Tame Impala sounds like Stewie from Family Guy? That new Tame Impala song is kind of getting stuck in my head just because it's all over social media. Okay, what were we doing? Pineapple, pineapple, watermelon, watermelon. I don't know. Dildo, dildo, dildo. Okay. No, we already did this stage. Whatever. The first 3 Tame Impala albums were so amazing. He kind of... There's something... It's still pretty good. It's been imitated a lot. And there's something about Kevin Parker that, like, creeps me out. I can't quite put my finger on it. We're a little oversaturated with it. But those first, like, 2 or 3 were really fucking great. Yeah, we're kind of... Like, I was out at a brewery the other day, and they just had, like, a Tame Impala playlist on Spotify playing. And I remember when these songs were coming out, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool, and now it's just, like, it's everywhere. Oh, yeah, we can beat this dude again. It was your whole personality 2012. Yeah, same here. I remember... When the very first Tame Impala came out, I was reading a review, and I was bike riding to that album all the time, and I just, like, loved how all the effects that he put on his voice, and the drums sounded really cool, and then the project kept evolving. Yeah, it's funny how like a lot of this, like, 2000s, 2010s indie what it kind of, like, evolved into is this, like, corporate festival rock. I was just watching this great video with the lady friend about, like, the rise and fall of 2000s indie. You know what I was just watching, actually? Corporate Psych to me. That's definitely what they are now. I want to say it started off as just, like, this weird Australian music project. There is something, though, about Kevin Parker that, like, weirds me out a little bit. But dude is definitely talented. I really like his voice a lot. At first, I liked his voice because it sounded like John Lennon. I was gonna go somewhere talking about 2000s indie, but... Oh yeah, you know what I rewatched the other day? Now that I'm kind of in, like, an ambiguous casual relationship, I decided to rewatch 500 Days of Summer. Man, some of that has not aged well. The script actually isn't terrible, but they, like, talk about women in a way that is, like, not PC by modern standards. Like, there's a scene where, like, the dude, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's friend, is like, I like girls with big boobs, and, like, I'm like, oh, dude, this would not fly. And I also feel like the Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is just, like, everything I hated about, like, dudes pretending to be hipster or like cosplaying as a hipster. He's into the most like surface level hipster shit. And he was on the John Lennon AI front. I see some John Lennon AI now and then. The latest weird AI thing that I've been getting into. Yeah, he's Australian. I guess there is like an Australian rock movement. Sirloin 69 was playing me an album by another Australian rock group that was pretty cool. This is a good fan colorization. Wait, where was I going with this? He denied. Oh, I was talking about the Joseph Gordon-Levitt's thing. He denied trying to sound like Lennon. I thought that was what I originally liked about Tame Impala. I'm like, dude, this guy sounds like fucking Lennon. That's awesome, man. Dude, Lennon sounds like Tame Impala. Oh, the AI front. I've been watching these terrible AI videos where like their Minnie Mouse is having an affair with Goofy, and Goofy gets Minnie Mouse pregnant, and then he like cucks Mickey, and then Minnie Mouse has Goofy's kid, and then it looks like a dog, and like Mickey freaks out. It's like a 3-part thing, and they keep releasing new parts, and it's so bad, but I like can't stop watching it. I've never been huge into modern electronic music. I know there are places where if I said that I would probably be castrated, but I do like some early electronic music, like Kraftwerk or Electronic Yellow Orchestra. No, Magic Yellow Orchestra, right? Clearly, I'm not that into them. Apparently, if I don't know the name, Cube, you don't need to tell us about your. No, there's no horn and there's no nudity. I kind of wish there was, but it's like kind of fun to like see these really innocent characters play out this like deep, this really fucked up sexual adult situation. The Eurobeat 80s stuff. I feel like if I was European, I would have, I'd probably be into modern electronic music. Yeah, I fucking love Kraftwerk. Radioactivity. But as far, even in the 2000s, I wasn't crazy about it. Like in high school, all my friends were going to raves. And I never really got into that scene. When the rave music was popular, I was really into like punk rock. I never went through a phase where I was doing ecstasy, which was kind of synonymous with a lot of that music. I kind of like some, like, I see the appeal of something like Fatboy Slim. But that's Giorgio Moroder. He's awesome. Like he pretty much like created disco. His work with Donna Summer is so good. Bro kind of came back in that scene. Oh, really? He's still I didn't realize he was still alive. Have you guys been following as far as like quasi internet music drama goes? Did you see that Moby criticized the lyrics to a Kinks song? And there's been a lot of backlash towards Moby about criticizing the lyrics to the song Lola by the Kinks, which kind of talks about like an androgynous person, or falling in love with an androgynous person. 10 years. Moby needs to sit the fuck down, man. I know, he's in the wrong era. It's finally uncool to like him. I don't know if I ever liked him. Who did Weapon of Choice? Was that Fatboy Slim? I think as far as those like 90s electronic producers go, I would say, yeah, Fatboy Slim was the one I was the most partial to. I wouldn't say I was a huge fan. I liked the music videos. Like, I want to say Michelle Gondry I forget who did the Weapon of Choice music video. I want to say Aphex Twin is cool, but I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on them. But I have some respect. I do not want to play Montana Mash. Moby's early stuff though, the Play album was all very solid. Can't fault him musically using field recordings. Really? Okay. He used field recordings. There were a lot of Moby jokes on the show Community because the Jim Rash character kind of looked like Moby. What? Yo, what's up, Young Street? Yo, we got West Coast Cube in the house and West Coast Young Street. We're finally aligned. We're geographically aligned. Or at least we're in the same time zone. What's going on? Man, how is the West Coast going for you? Do. Is this in the Hall of the Mountain King? In the Hall of the Mountain King is kind of a banger, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, nice. Can you get me a spicy crispy chicken sandwich, Young? Dude, I'm glad you're working, man. I'm glad you're working, dude. How do you like the West Coast, man? How's Cali? California. This is a great rendition of In the Hall of the Mountain King. Oh, we invincible? Okay, I'm just running then. Come in sock, come in sock, come in sock, always come in sock. Dude, NorCal is rainy and hilly. Yeah, it's super hilly. Yo, this fucking tree, dude. Oh, we need to get a companion animal. Is it raining in LA? They say it never rains in Southern California. Fuck. Yo, what's up, Crunch? Summer? Hardly know her. What's going on? California is not in a drought anymore, is it? Okay, I think we needed to hit a switch there. Neil. That was a big deal for a while. Hopefully you guys will have less forest fires if there's rain. Okay, I was about to take damage there. I didn't know what to do. California has nice weather. Especially this time of year, it would be great to be there. California summers get really hot, like Central California in the summer. My family is outside of Sacramento, and holy fuck, dude, you can not even like go outside in July and August. It's like 90s, 100. Come to the US of A, Senna. We'll show you a good time. Towards late August, September. That sounds right. What am I missing here? That was my Crunchy. That was my memory of Pittsburgh when I went in like June or July one year, a long time ago. I wouldn't want it any other way, Senna. What's going on? I went to Heinz Field in 2011 in July, June or July. And they had these cooling tents. It was so hot, they had these tents that you would stand in to cool off. What is going on here? I think we need Fifi. We need some Fifi up in this bitch. What is your favorite thing to eat at Jack in the Box, Young? Is Pittsburgh cool? It was a fun city. I was there for a weekend and it was cool to like walk over the bridges and stuff, but I didn't really get a vibe for like what it's like to, you know, be there for an extended period of time. I still remember summer of 2006. It literally either rained or was super cloudy every single day of the summer. Wow. A whole summer. Summer in Washington doesn't start until like July. It's often still raining on the 4th of July. We have like maybe 2.5 months of summer. The dive bars are incredible. Fuck. I think there are cool people there. My fave thing, Jack, is not the old giant painful menu of mediocre. Okay, there's clearly something here we're missing. The Jack in the Box tacos are a slippery slope, my friends. They taste good, but they do not leave you feeling good. Meow, 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 meow. Gotta love some public domain music. There wasn't Jack in the Box in Buffalo. This seems like a thing. Oh, I'll fuck with another heart. The custom orders. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce. Coming in socks, don't upset us. The deep sock south. I remember I didn't really mess with Jack in the Box until like 4th or 5th grade. When one of my friend's parents took me there. Here we go. This is what we needed. And the curly fries, dude. There was a good like 2 or 3 years where I just, as a kid, where we just stopped doing McDonald's and we went all Jack in the Box. I still like their spicy crispy chicken sandwich. I don't really fuck with the menu outside of that. Wait, not a single Jack in the Box in the state of New York? That's crazy. I'll have the 12 tiny socks, please. Oh, thank you, Cinna, for the eat ass. Yo, Fifi is kind of fine. Is Fifi legal? I didn't realize it wasn't in the Northeast. I mean, you're not really missing a whole lot. That's crazy. Well, they had the E. coli scandal. That was my first impression of Jack in the Box, was hearing about how they had an E. coli scandal at some point in like early mid 90s. And then my friend's parents took me there, and I remember thinking, is this okay to eat here? Am I gonna get sick? I think he's just excited to see you, Richard. I just needed a quick job, huh? Hey, man. I'm just glad you're keeping, you know, your head above water, and hopefully you can get your head into some double Whoppers. You know, maybe have you considered Burger King for employment? I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. I'm just playing around. Dude, you are a funny, interesting guy, Young Street, and you are definitely worthy of better employment than Jack in the Box. I don't judge it though, man. I don't judge it. I'm proud of you for like going to a new place, getting a job and just like doing the thing, man. But you are worthy of much more. And we love you no matter where you stamp your fucking puncher card. Have you considered McDonald's? You should get one of those family when you said double Whopper, they were talking about boobs. Yeah, dude, my heart goes out to you, man. Should we help her? It's like, how much is it worth to you? Yeah, wait, hold up. Oh, I think. Damn, it's $20 an hour? Whopper? Hardly know her. Oops. Okay, we gotta hit this other switch over here. I think it's right up here. I heard they changed the Whopper, which is pretty seismic. Here we go. I think this is how we free her. Yo, thank you, Young Street. You as well, man. Best wishes to you. Stay dry in rainy California. Do 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 do. $69 an hour. Boom, baby. We are getting inside of that. And by that I mean cage. Boing. These tongue boxes. I could go for a tongue bath. Here we go, Fifi. Fifi's gonna seduce this tree. Dude, 16? Nice. God, when I was working minimum wage, it was like fucking, dude, it was like $8 an hour or something, which is ludicrous. I think statewide in Washington, it's... Actually, I forget what it is. I think it's close to 16. But I'm glad you got the raise, Crunchy. Do you have any plans for this extra income? Damn, okay, so this is like a 200-something% increase since you started the job. That's really good. Yo, debts suck, dog. Do you have student loans you have to pay off? Here we go. Oh! That bacon got squished. Oh, you see that timing, pro gamer? Oh, credit cards. Whoa, get the fuck out of there, dude. Euphoria Season 3 starts tomorrow. Any Euphoria fans out there? Yo, why are we playing as Hampton, dog? Let's at least get some Plucky. It's been so long since this show was last on the air. Whoa. Easter eggs. Damn, well, good job increasing that debt. Or, I mean, decreasing that debt. Fuck. Defunk? Okay, I misread how the platform logic worked in this game. Dun dun dun. Jesus was born in an Easter egg. It's true. The vaginal birth he never had. He spends a lot of time coming in socks, it's true. He needs a better hobby. They're really getting a lot of mileage out of this public domain music. Do. Okay. Dog, no, I'm not trying to fucking race. Then we hide the eggs all around town. If you find the egg, you get to lick it. If you don't, you're punished with the smell of rotten egg. Which is what Jesus' mother, Mary, allegedly smelled like. That's the story of Easter eggs. Ugh. Whoa, there's a fork there. I feel like that's gonna try to fuck me up. Okay, maybe not. Oh! I was not informed. I have been trapped here for 100 years. Because a spell was put on me. Let me... restart Woodstock. Okay. She's the Virgin Mary because she never got laid. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, son. Okay. Oh, that was really quick. That was so quick. It's true. We don't believe Jesus was a reptile. See, what's up with this fork, dude? They kill magicians. Yo, we created Jesus, man. You know? Okay, let's get on top of this rabbit. Let's do this shit. Boom. Yeah, okay. I was right. Yeah, you see that shit? That's how we roll. We actually have a challenging boss here. Oh, no, we wanted the legs that time. No! I miscalculated that. I don't know. I doubt it runs better or worse. I think it's just the physics kind of suck. In both versions. Okay. Here we go, here we go. Oh, you see I got it twice in one, 2 in 1. Calculator? Okay, Bugs. Bugs, you're fucking this up, okay? gonna be the legs. Can I still get the head? It's basically a calculator. Yeah. The jumping physics on these most Game Boy games has been questionable. With the exception of Mario, but I mean, like, Nintendo invented the platformer. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Okay, we have our first challenging boss. Question is, can I hit the feet? Here we go, here we go. Let's go, baby. I mean, how many hits? Boom, finally. We are the champions. I think we're still... I think we were about halfway through this. The second Super Mario Land is great. I was never a fan of the first one, but I know some people really like it. The physics are a little wonky, but the 6 golden coins is perfect. Doesn't this kind of fuck? Like, listen to that groove. On Game Boy, yo, I'm thinking about doing a Yoshi-thon. Because there's a new Yoshi game coming out in May. The issue is that there's only like one truly great Yoshi game, and that's Yoshi's Island for Super Nintendo. This is surprisingly good, man. Like, Konami was a very competent developer. I think the Yoshi game on Game Boy is Yoshi's Cookie, which is just a puzzle game with like Yoshi inserted into it. There's no Yoshi in the Mario Land games. The Mario Land series is solid though, and it's Mario Land 1 and 2, then there's Wario Land 1 through 4. The fourth one being on Game Boy Advance though. Those are all worth checking out. I grew up with 6 golden coins and I adore it. It's like a legit Mario game for Game Boy. There's a colorization of it, and it's got like a degree of weirdness that you don't get in the console Marios. Yo, I straight up love Yoshi's Crafted World. Don't get me wrong, like I love Yoshi. Like, I'm just gonna be, we don't have to hide our shame. I love the newer Yoshi games, but they're kind of like children's experiences. It's like Little Big Planet. I put an embarrassing amount of time into Yoshi's Crafted World, which is the sequel to Woolly World. They're more just like casual experiences, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just it's not a real game, man. But I love them, and I really want to do Woolly World. I don't have a Wii U, but if you ever get a chance to do Crafted World, it's good, and there's a new one coming out in May that I'm pretty stoked on, and that's a day one purchase for me. I've barely touched the Switch 2. The first new game I'm getting on the Switch 2 is going to be a Yoshi game. Easy to emulate Wii U. Well, if I actually follow through on this Yoshi-thon, I'm going to have to do that because I don't actually have a Wii U. Yo, AW1, thank you, dude.
Jesus!
Thank you so much, AW1. How you doing, dude? Yo, Yoshi thongs, baby. There's the funniest Yoshi cosplay I found on the internet. Yo, thank you for the bits though, man. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I think we're gonna beat this game. I think we're about halfway. I'll be right back. I don't have a real be right back screen at the moment. So I'm just gonna do this. Hey, yo! What's up, party people? Thank you for your patience. The Beastie Boys. They are a-comin' home. They're coming home. Yeah, they're coming home. When that pucker hits your lips, man, everything is right in the world. Everything's right in the world. Okay. Yeah. That was apparently Biz Markie left that on one of the Beastie Boys answering machines, and they convinced him to record it for the album. Biz Markie kind of has a good voice. Like, he does a cover of Benny and the Jets that's surprisingly decent. This is a Washington sour ale that I'm very partial to, called Huckleberry Pucker. And it's kind of the official drink of the CubeDude stream. I'm a little surprised you aren't already acquainted with the puck. Big fans of the puck. Voice message usage, yeah. I like you and the Beastie Boys only, so F you, my man. I want to say that their voice message usage peaked on Check Your Head. There's at least like 3 I can think of. It looks gross. It's so... That's what my lady friend, she's really into IPAs. I let her drink one of my sour ales once and she thought it was so disgusting. Hello Nasty's great too. Yeah, so fuck you. You know what's up, that Devin Witherspoon? That's Devin Witherspoon. There was a great... Yeah, I can't stand IPAs either. We don't really have great beverage compatibility. Well, we like drinking together, but different beverages. Although she is kind of getting me into wine a little bit. Like the plan is to drink wine manana. Where is that redeem? I'm looking for my Seahawks redeem. So many random fucking redeems, like triple slap. Thank you. Oh my god, good job, Motu. That was such a great day, holy shit. That was the day I bought the bike that I crashed on like 2 weeks later and broke my collarbone. For buying the theater. I don't know where Shirley is. The real enemy is capitalism. Great question. Kenneth Walker had the best stretch of his career at the end of this season, but he's been kind of inconsistent the previous 3.5 years. And I think a big part of our run game succeeding at the end of this season was Shaheed. I think having to account for Shaheed helped our run game a lot. It was just like one less guy in the box. I don't know, man. Apparently, don't the Chiefs run like the least of anybody in the league? You know, thankfully the bike is like unscratched. The same can't be said of me and my collarbone. Like, I almost want to show you guys. I have like a gnarly fucking scar all across here. It's still healing, but the bike is unscathed. CubeDude, the same cannot be said of CubeDude. The question, our run game is one of the bigger questions about next season because we don't know when Charbonnet is going to be healthy and how good he'll be once he is healthy. Didn't he injure his ACL? And a lot of the times people are just not the same after they recover from their ACL. From infant surgery, really? I'm actually kind of excited to have a scar. I didn't realize that people thought scars were attractive, but everyone's like, dude, are you gonna have like a badass scar? I'm like, oh, you better believe it. So now I'm kind of leaning into having a scar a little bit. All right, I think we're gonna be able to cobble a run game together out of a bunch of like second tier, third tier guys. We're gonna miss Kenneth Walker for sure. Yeah, he's not going to be ready to start the season. We signed a dude from the Green Bay Packers. Apparently a lot of Packers fans were upset about that. They thought they should have franchise tagged him or something like that. We might draft one. I've honestly heard there's like one great running back in the draft and a lot of mediocre looking guys. Have you been following how they're like using AI in the draft now? Like apparently the Rams are using AI to project how good a player will be in the NFL. I was doing a little deep dive. I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about like how AI is going to affect the NFL. They're saying that AI is going to start drawing up plays. They're saying the Rams are already using AI a lot. But the intersection between tech and NFL is going to be interesting to see with AI. How to use AI correctly. Every NFL team is building a data center to help them draft players. I know. Well, the 49ers, they already have the substation, man. Can they convert the substation into, you know, a data center? I guess there's I didn't know this. This is something Richard probably already knows, but in every NFL player's shoulder pad, they have a chip that tracks their movement in a game, like 10 times a second. And a lot of people are using, like, once a year they release that data to certain people, and they're using some of that data to make like prediction models. It's really interesting. It could be a huge thing going forward, like AI in football. Really, the sport is too fluid. I will say the Rams have drafted very well. And it kind of scares me what they could do with AI. 22 people for account for. Well, you could see, like, well, when a player of X amount of weight collides with a player of X amount of weight, how many yards after contact would they get? I mean, that's just like a hypothetical. I don't know. I feel like there could be an NFL AI arms race. I feel like there should be some rules about this shit. Like, I don't want to see plays that are drawn up by an AI. They could use AI to predict coverages too. Yeah, well, that's one thing they were talking. People are still using tech to stalk their exes. Agreed. One thing they were mentioning on the podcast is how, well, like, one thing the Seahawks coach does very well is basically disguising what the defense is doing. And they were saying they could create an AI model that could see through Mike McDonald's disguises. Yeah, that's what I'm scared about, though, is like, it's gonna be an extra weapon that Sean McVay has. That there's a cold war going on in the NFC West, man, between Sean McVay and Mike McDonald. I hope Sean McVay retires, dude. Like, I'm not joking. The inventor will let you use his inventions. They do this thing called the Tech Bowl, where they let college students use all that data from the chips in the players' shoulder pads, and they have a competition about who can use it to create something interesting, and the guy who won it was the kid who won it, I should say, was on this podcast, and like, he was able to like predict a bunch of plays. I don't know how useful a lot of that shit actually is, though. But it's another thing that coaches maybe have to account for. Like, can you have, like, is it going to be legal to have like an AI model on the sidelines, like telling you what coverage to use? Like, that seems like cheating, dude. I don't want AI to call the plays. I'm so wealthy that I'll beat you at any cost. See, dude, Montana Max is like a tech oligarch. Montana Max donated millions to the Trump inauguration. I'm telling you, dude, this AI NFL stuff is gonna be a thing. Why is this shit flashing? That they're gonna use it for drafting. I actually think that's a really interesting usage of it. I also think they could use it, look, they can collect all this data on, like, oh, when this player is lined up in this position, there's, like, you know, a 50% chance that the defense is going to be in this coverage. Or that there's a 50% chance if this player is lined up here, this is a disguise. I think there's so much data, though, dude. There's so much data, and then like, let's say like you have AI on the sideline, like it could be like, okay, Sean McVay, Mike McDonald is like in this coverage. That means he's disguising this sort of stunt, and you should run this play to counter it. It's proven, but there is no way to gamify drafting. There's too many variables. The stakes models success drafting at random. Really? That's really interesting, man. Max is just Barron Trump before his growth spurt. Totally. Barron Trump is super tall, and that's coming from someone who's kind of tall himself, but Barron Trump's way taller. It is, the Rams draft really well though, and apparently they have been using some sort of like deep learning model. They don't actually send scouts out or something. That's what I heard. Like, how did they get Puka Nacua in the 5th round? So let's say you tune an AI agent to use the pre-draft data to seek out your needs. It would compile the slain list. Yeah. Well, that's a great point, because one thing they were saying is when the scouts have the same opinion as the AI model, that's when they know that they've like struck gold. They were talking about when the AI aligns with what the scouts say, then there's like a high probability that it's a sure thing. Alright, this is a job for Buster. Buster's busting loads, man. It's busting a big load. Oh man, we blew a load all over that coyote. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of Puka's success is like Sean McVay. The fuck? 35 catches. I'd kind of like to think that a lot of it is like McVay scheming him open. Speaking of the Bears, you guys the Bills acquired DJ Moore. How do you feel about this DJ Moore acquisition? I mean, I'm just saying it's something to keep your eyes on. It's something to keep your eyes on. Is this this is more public domain. Yeah, I just apparently have to hold forward. Yo, this is sick. We're going so fast. I mean, I'll catch up on chat. I'm kind of in the middle of like an intense bicycle race. Let's go, baby! He's competitive, which works well with Josh Allen. He doesn't work with these casual guys. This game is honestly great. Don't break his clavicle. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well played, Motu. Well played.
That's gold, Jerry. Gold!
That's gold, Jerry. What's up, Allison? You know what Bears receiver has a great name? Is it Arona Doomsday? That's a name, dude. Doomsday? Fuck. I picked up the pucker. A Doomsday. I always think of it as Doomsday, which I know is totally inaccurate. It's like, yo, is he the guy who killed Superman? What's up, Allison? Okay, we might have had some beer spillage, but it's all good, man. Join the fun. Whoa. Don't break his clavicle. Oh fuck, yeah, I should have remembered this part. Okay, yeah, you see that? We good now. New skin for the old ceremony. That's such a great album name. That was one of his, was that his last album before he died? Or one of his later albums? No, I'm not trying to play Montana Mash, dog. We're in the money. Really? New skin for the old ceremony? What am I thinking of? What was his last album? It had a good name. Yeah, you're right, 1974. You want it darker, yeah. That's tight. What songs are on? Nice, you got the color hack. There's like an element of weirdness in 6 golden coins that I kind of like. Like you go into a giant whale, you go to the moon. Spoiler alert. Thanks for the dance. Okay, this fucking stork is fucking me up, dude. This stork is fucking me up. Don't agree. Okay. I will take a second heart. Whoa, that guy looks mean. Montana's bodyguard. She'll be my dinner tonight. I think I know Chelsea Hotel number 2. Whoa. I'm like, do I want to jump on this? No? Okay, here we go. Whoa! Boom, baby. Recent songs. Yo, what's up, Jay-Z? It was cool to see you streaming, Jay-Z. Cool to see you streaming. Oh, After Death of a Ladies Man. There's some gaps in his discography I'm a little unfamiliar with. I think the first 2 were the ones I was the most into, and then I discovered Death of a Ladies Man. The Wolf has been annoying. With his bad karma, she's like a early 90s Valley girl or something. Thanks for shouting out, Jay-Z. I put the Mole Mania colorization on here. I haven't tried it. I think I just had my fill of Mole Mania when we streamed it a while back. But as a result, it looks like we won't be staying for dinner. You should post that one. I'd love to check it out. I'm feeling better. I'm out of the sling. I can drive again. I started some physical therapy, and I'm gonna get full range of motion back, which is good. The physical therapist was impressed with how much range of motion I had. She said I was like beyond where they expected me to be. I'm eager to get back to doing all the stuff I used to do. I'm kind of doing one-armed workouts, which kind of sounds like a weird sexual thing, but it's actually just me lifting weights with one arm. I'm gonna tell, hopefully my doctor isn't pissed about that. Thank you for the jork, baby. But I want to get back to bike riding. Because I had just gotten that new bike. The weather hasn't been that good, but it's gonna be pretty nice. It's gonna be difficult staying off of it. Yeah, it was a month. It was definitely like an odd month for CubeDude, but I'm feeling better. A date in 84 days? Tell me more. That's a very specific date. 84, why not 83? Why not 85? Yo, holy fuck, she can fly? Yo, this is a scary red room. Oh, fuck. Yo, Montana Max is driving a Cybertruck. Ugh. Oh, fuck yeah. The 85th anniversary. He's down with Elon. And Sam Altman. This is kind of an annoying stage. He doesn't think Elon goes far enough. Citizen Kane holds up so well. I watched it. I took a film class in college where we watched it, and I had seen it parodied like so many times, like The Simpsons parodied it. There was the like Mr. Burns in the Rosebud episode. It holds up so well, which can't be said. Like a lot of movies from that era can be a little jarring for me to watch. How funny it is. I remember a few funny parts. I could stand to rewatch it. I remember the cinematography in Citizen Kane being very cool. Like there was some cool like transitions, some cool camera tricks. Have you ever been to Hearst Castle? I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it since college. I really enjoyed going to Hearst Castle. Yeah, the zebras, and then they play when you take the... I forget, you take a bus. Do you take a bus up and down, or is it like... Yeah. And they play George Gershwin in the bus. I just remember going down the hill, like, as the sun was setting from Hearst Castle, and they were playing George Gershwin, like, part of Rhapsody in Blue, and it was just, like, so picturesque and beautiful. Yeah, the swimming pool. It's pretty awesome. I'm glad I went there. I forget. I think it was 2014 I went there. I like that part of Actually, I don't know if I like that part of California, but it was a good visit. We had a great visit. My sister-in-law got like kind of pissed because I was like late to check out of the motel. I'd love to do Big Sur. I loved the Jack Kerouac book, Big Sur, which is pretty much just him getting drunk on Big Sur and then quitting alcohol and kind of having a like an emotional spiral. But it's a good one. It's kind of like a sequel to On the Road, or your fond memory was people being pissed at you. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind, but I remember the beach being really cool. Oh, you know what's funny? Okay, when we went to Hearst Castle, I remember my sister-in-law talking the entire time about Serial. Remember the podcast Serial? It was right as Serial was blowing up, and we flew into, I think we flew into Sacramento, and then there was like, you know, a day of like driving out to Hearst Castle or whatever. And she's like, you guys the one about Adnan Syed. And she's like, you guys have to listen to the Serial thing. And we did end up listening to it at her suggestion, and we got super into Serial. My mom was so into the Adnan Syed case even long after the podcast wrapped up. My interest kind of with that whole thing kind of began and ended with Serial, but he was released from prison. He definitely was released from prison. That's the other big memory of that trip, is like listening to Serial. Yeah, Adnan was within the last couple years. I want to say even like in 2025. It might have been 2025 that Adnan Syed was released. And then there was a counter lawsuit. They were trying to get him put back into jail. Yeah, he's out of jail. It was his sentence reinstated? So he's back in jail now? Oh damn, that's... I couldn't really say either way. Like Adnan Syed, like there were some gaps. What's up, Karate Boomer? Did you ever listen to the Serial podcast? It was for Thanksgiving 2014. Yeah, this was November 2014. That's another big memory, is listening to Serial with my brother and sister-in-law and my mom. It was kind of a trend. It was a really well done podcast, but I also think it created this trend of like true crime crap. I find that some of this like true murder mystery true crime stuff is a little exploitative. Like you're engrossed in like the misery of someone else's misfortune. That's maybe a generalization. What's in Alfred Plea, out of curiosity? It did not create that trend, but it did capitalize on it. I do feel like it definitely didn't create it. It definitely, I want to say it popularized it even more though. There was like, I feel like there were so many knockoffs, like on Netflix, they had like making, I forget some of the names of this shit because it's been a while and it was never really my thing. It definitely, it reached a larger audience than a lot of that stuff had before. And please, when they say that I am not guilty, but the state releases you, so it's the dumb prosecutors don't have their stupid record wait, hold up. Is pleading no contest more like a poo crime? I'm pleased where they get you to say that I am guilty, but the state releases you. Oh, makes you My understanding is that Adnan Syed's original lawyer was just so incompetent and ignored a lot of key evidence, including someone who testified to his whereabouts at the time of the murder. So it took forever for him to get another trial, and I think it took like multiple trials within the last like 10 years to get him released, but apparently he's back in. A release convict as opposed to innocent person. The movie Zodiac perfectly demonstrates the folly of true crime bullshit. I've never actually seen that. I know it's Fincher and like Gyllenhaal. Isn't Zodiac Killer in Washington too? I've had a couple people recommend Zodiac to me. There was a great Black Mirror episode About some true crime thing. Oh, it was California. I'm thinking of the Green River Killer was Washington. From buying the theater. I'm a rich man and you're not. Yo, man. America 2026 in a nutshell right here. 2026 in a nutshell. Fincher? Hardly know. Or Zodiac's Assault. I just watched The Game by Fincher. I never saw that one before. I think I don't like Fincher. What was the game? Was that the one with Magneto? Was that the Netflix one with Magneto? Fassbender? Oh no, never mind. What's the one with the Fincher with Fassbender? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of one of his newer ones. Okay, so that's a much earlier Fincher film. Michael Douglas. I was just seeing that the striptease scene in True Lies, the Jamie Lee Curtis striptease scene, was totally improvised. Kind of a non sequitur, but Mank. Mank is about the making of Citizen Kane, right? By James Cameron. What is the game about? It's a disgusting character assassination against Orson Welles. Wasn't Orson Welles kind of like, he was a character though. He was definitely like an eccentric dude. Oh, Terminator for the first time. What did you think, Karate Boomer? Dude, the first Terminator is superb. Like what Cameron is able to do with like a very tiny budget was very impressive. Was the only scene worth watching the movie. I remember seeing that in theaters as a little kid, and I think my dad like covered my eyes. Like one of the few times he ever tried to censor, or like one of his few attempts at parenting, I'll just say. The writing of Sid King was awesome. Hey, True Lies is a fantastic movie. I haven't rewatched it since theaters. Well, isn't there a scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger jumps a building on a horse? A millionaire whose brother gives him a birthday present that is essentially a game where everyone is in on it. A real head fuck, okay. It's a real head fuck. 500 gems, bro? Who do you think I am, fucking Bugs Bezos? Bugs Bezos? I'm holding for applause. Dude, I'm holding for applause. Yo, wasn't Aliens 3 the first Fincher? It's proto Black Mirror. I was gonna say that sounds like the plot line to like at least one, maybe two Black Mirror episodes. Jeff Bezos. Let me have this moment. Bugs Bezos. Jeff Bezos is pretty good though. A real head fuck, Siskel and Ebert. Isn't there like an alternate cut of Aliens 3? We've probably talked about this before, but I just hate how Aliens 3 just kind of ruins the ending of Aliens. Oh, the alternate cut. Oh, he denounces the alternate cut. You know what's a movie that's really kind of weird to revisit now is Fight Club. There's a lot of, and a lot of that I think is the source material, but I will say Fight Club plays very differently in 2026. The studio screwed him. Yeah, I've heard there was some behind the scenes drama. Is adopt other people's work. Oh yeah, you were just saying what you were reading, Chuck Palahniuk. You can't be criticized for the story. It's well directed. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily his fault. I remember thinking it was so cool as a teenager and watching it over and over, but it's kind of about a bunch of emasculated men bonding over their depression. It kind of has some like alt-right manosphere appeal to it that I didn't really see in the back in the 90s. I keep pushing for my local theater to pull the trigger and show the only good Falling Down. I've never seen Falling Down. Yeah, the thing is like none of they're attacking the symbols of corporate America, but they're not actually doing anything worthwhile. It's like we're gonna destroy this piece of corporate artwork instead of like staging a protest, you know. I definitely think it's like, yeah, you're right. It's a deconstruction of the manosphere shit. It's definitely kind of a criticism of like, yeah, of that culture, or at least what it was in the 90s. But I feel like that goes over a lot of people's heads. I've heard it's like a very popular film amongst alt-right groups. I never made the connection between Haunted Mansion and Yosemite Sam. Oh shit, I never thought about that either. What? I didn't, you know, the only Joel Schumacher I really know is the Batman movies. I tell you, yeah, missing. It's so true. It's so true. But it's not like, it's not, the movie is not supposed to be celebrating what they're doing. It's supposed to be a criticism of it. But I think that went over a lot of people's heads. Nice use, nice gigantification of the Mr. Freeze emote. Yeah, what was Schumacher's filmography outside of the Batman movies? When I hear Joel Schumacher, I immediately think, you know, Batman and Robin. The Lost Boys. You whisper into Drew's corner under the table, read that that Batman is gay. That's funny. What is Falling Down about? A Time to Kill. Okay, so he did Lost Boys. That's one I'm definitely familiar with. Oh, he did Phone Booth. Wasn't that Robin Williams? Okay. You know, I'm warming up to the idea of no trailers. I saw, on a whim, I just watched a camera rip of Project Hail Mary without having I never saw the trailers, and I'm so happy I didn't know what happened. It went in a very different direction than I was expecting. My lady friend didn't like it. She said it's too Disney. It's too Disney. But she also fell asleep before the crazy shit happened. There was a Dennis Wilson song in that movie. I've been listening to that Dennis Wilson solo album a lot lately. The Pacific Ocean is blue. Falling Down's about Michael Douglas just snapping, going on and okay. That sounds cool. Dude, it was a good camera. I heard that Rainbows was used in an HBO show, and it's becoming popular. No, that's a vague enough description. Like, I knew that Project Hail Mary, it's like Gosling is going to like into outer space, you know. Is DTF St. Louis good? I like some of the cast. Michael Bluth, the police officer from Stranger Things. Jim Harbour, I think is his name. Linda Cardellini. Waiting for it all to come out. You want to binge it. You know what lady friend got me really into? I've already talked about it on here, but in case you haven't heard, is the show Dark on Netflix, which is a German sci-fi show. It's only 3 seasons. I got really into it. She kind of lost the thread. She didn't like how like the direction it went in, but I really enjoyed it. There's a lot. It's like a time travel. There's a ton of time travel stuff. Yo, I saw the trailer for the new Malcolm in the Middle. Okay, here we go. This looks like. Whoa. Fuck. You have a friend who worked on Dark? The first 2 seasons were great, and then the 3rd season, it just... I think there was too much story to tell and not enough time to tell it. And it gets really overly complicated. It's way overly complicated. We have to go through this fucking dialogue again. He's raising the price of the theater on us. Boom, okay. Okay, yeah, you see that shit? We banging now, boy. Yeah, Manton and Max. Fucking A. Boom, baby. That's really cool. He worked on the prop department. In the prop department. What was this little green thing again? I liked Furiosa. Fuck, are we back there? Ugh. They should really give you Go-Go Dodo. Okay, I know, they really want to rub it in your faces. Luckily, I have the password system here. Carrot. Do we have to redo this whole shit? Let's do the next stage. Never mind. We're actually gonna do the next stage. We already beat this one. We're almost at the end. Kneel. It's empty, watermelon, empty. Calvin and Hobbes kick. Is Calvin and Hobbes still going? Whee! Did the creator die? Pretty famously, no. What happened there? Very seclusive. Reclusive. You just wanted to end it. He's going full Salinger. Are you saying he's going full Salinger? Just writing comics in a cabin and no one's gonna read it? Not being on the podcast circuit. I want to say the comic I probably have the most connection to is sadly Garfield. Did he write and draw Calvin and Hobbes? It's the 90s. He did something a couple years ago. Did he write and draw it? That's cool. Yeah, I remember my college roommate telling me was a big fan of him. Or Calvin and Hobbes. Here we go. We're pretty close, guys. The Far Side, that's right. And it was like he works in an office, right? No, I'm thinking of Dilbert. Was this what we just did? We're very close to the end. Oh, do we have to do the bike again? Ugh. One panel comic. Garfield has a kart racer. Where is the Calvin and Hobbes kart racer? Water go down the... Yes! Oh my god. I forgot about water go down the hole. This was a huge part of like my early childhood. Like watching this every day after school. Here we go, baby, oh! Here we fucking go, bro! Whoa. Any sort of license or merchandise agreement. I kind of respect that. Toilet Pinter. Yo, what's up, Desi? Damn, Desi just hit 12 months.
Just resubscribed for 12 months. I was obsessed with anything going down the hole. Gay S mug, gay brute force cube, do go hole.
I love it. You now have the new 1-year subscriber badge, Desi, which is an animated, a little illustration of Goemon from one of the old instruction manuals. A lot of people just hit 12 months or 11 months. What's up, Des? Good to see you. Wait, Spielberg and Henson wanted to adapt it? Damn. Maybe we avoided something bad there, though. That's a possibility. Oh yeah, we gotta find whatever her name is. Yeah, love to see you too. I'm just back. I'm back after a little hiatus. Gonna try to get back into the groove of streaming. It's good to see everyone though. I definitely missed this. Ooh, it's mini boss time. I was thinking what game I should do when I come back, and I landed on Game Boy. Cause this just feels like what, you know, CubeDude is all about. You know, just like getting buzzed, playing Game Boy, shooting the shit. You had this as a kid? That's awesome. I was really into Buster Bust Loose as a kid. I want to check out other Tiny Toons games. You know, a lot of the Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons games are surprisingly decent. You remember this boss? He got a dog. We died a second ago. We already beat him. I think we're close to the end. Only one known recording of his voice. Damn. That's almost like Salinger-esque. Okay, let's go. Whoa. Just called Looney Tunes. I wonder if that has a colorization. Good lord. Oh, that was tight. Oh, I almost doubled that. We already beat this part once, but then got a game over, and I used a code to get back here. Oh, official Game Boy Color updated re-release? That's tight. We should go through more Tiny Toons stuff. Oh nice, we got the heart back. 2 hearts are better than 1. 2 hearts gonna get the job done. okay. Well, thank God we got past that. That was close, though. That was close. Space Jam on Sega Saturn. I've never played the Space Jam game. I mean, if we go through all the Looney Tunes, that would naturally be one we would play. I am thinking about a Yoshi-thon right now. I just want to get everyone hyped up about the new Yoshi game dropping in May. A jank version of NBA Jam. Can you play as Bill and Hillary Clinton in Space Jam for Saturn? I hope so. Whee! We got to what I think is the very boss of this game, Montana Max, but play as Al Gore. What was the Al Gore movie again? We need an Inconvenient Truth video game. Where's my Inconvenient Truth, the video game? We all want an Inconvenient Truth video game. Teaches us about climate change. Allison 76 production. Fuck. We beat him the first time. I don't know what's going wrong here. Yeah, just this final stretch. It's just, oh, thank God, that was close. We just paid the biggest entertainment PR firms, muscle out the other documentarians, so you can win the only award of prestige in the industry and hurt the little man for your own ego. Wow. Wow, that is like... Damn, that's not a very flattering read on an Inconvenient Truth. Al Gore Rhythm. Where's my Al Gore Rhythm game? So you're telling me that Inconvenient Truth was like propped up by a PR firm? And it didn't deserve it? All the recognition it got? Wow. You know what's funny is I have not thought about that film in such a long time. But they did make a big deal about it when it came out. Okay, here we go. So that's a good point. I'd see when I was a teenager, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about why am I seeing advertisement or publicity for something all the time, but it was some PR company. Wow, I didn't realize it had that reputation. I mean, I honestly have not thought about this film in so long. It's probably been 20 years, right? I remember it coming out in high school. Or right after high school, maybe. Al Gore is not really in the public eye. At least not anymore. Trust the You made me laugh so hard that we died. '50 state sweep. I hope it's not Newsom. I hope it's not Newsom. I don't know. I feel like AOC has got a lot of popularity. What's his fucking name? Has been like popping up a lot in my social media feed. I think she needs to marinate a little longer. You might be right on that. Ossoff keeps popping up a lot. He's been given some speeches that people like. Run for Senate. I'm seeing a lot of Ossoff right now. I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead. I mean, right now I feel like it's not even a certainty that we're gonna have another election. Feels like we might just get some gerrymandered ass like midterm or. Yeah, what's up, Scally? We stroking. He's running for re-election in Georgia. Well, anything's possible in 2027, but I'm feeling a little better. Thank you for asking. I'm like slowly getting back to normal. There's still a lot of stuff I can't do with my collarbone, but so I'm just biding my time until I can get back to like doing shit like bike riding and exercising and stuff. Okay, let's do this for real. I think I kind of had his pattern down last time. I remember Callie really liking Bashir. Yo, I just started physical therapy yesterday. My physical therapist was really impressed with my range of motion. She said it's further along than she thought it would be, or a lot of people are after like, it's only been 4 weeks since the surgery. So that's good news. Thank you for shouting out, Skelly. Baby, you want to see my motion? I'm a motion master. She's never seen a stroker of my caliber. I think the real test is when I have like a 5-week follow-up in a week, or a 5 or 6 week follow-up with the surgeon. And that's when I'm really gonna find out like what I can really do. I really want to get back on the bike. They said I'm gonna be healthy enough to bike soon, but they just don't recommend it because if I hurt myself again, then it's like might be beyond repair. Oh my god, I think the scooters, all the like random little vehicles, like the one-wheel vehicles and the scooters, those seem a lot more dangerous than a bike. Pontypool. Well, I'm not familiar with Pontypool. Some training wheels, god damn it. I'm such a good, for the record, I'm a great cyclist. This wouldn't have happened if these motherfucking jabronis had their lights on. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to risk it. There's a good chance I will risk it. Whatever, like the minimal time, they're gonna give me like 3 to 4 months, and I'm gonna go for 3 months. If they give me like a range, I'm gonna go for like the shortest range. Oh no. Okay. This is an okay run. No! Fuck. Okay, it's not okay. Jinxed myself. We've got a couple continues. Oh my god, we have to go through this dialogue every time, man. We can rebuild Cube, we have the technology. Whoa, okay, that was a close one. The motion in this game is just like, leaves a lot to be desired. Fuck. Fuck, yeah, it's over. It's just very unresponsive. But we have a continue. I do think this is might be the boss of the game. I still think Bugs Bezos was pretty funny. Okay. Okay, okay. Boom, baby. Thank you for the 9/11. Okay, we're stroking, baby. Okay. Fuck. This is one of the better runs. It's like fucking molasses, man. It's probably get by with a little help from my friends. Maybe Randy Newman if we're lucky. Although I think that was a 70s cover. I was just... I think almost all of his hits are covers. I don't even know any originals, to be honest. I really like his version of... He's the David Vint. That's so funny, dude. Way to tie this conversation back in with the previous convo. I want to say... You Can Leave Your Hat On is... I love You Can Leave Your Hat On, though. I might like his version better than, the Randy Newman version. Although the Newman one is great too. I really like Three Dog Night's version of Mama Told Me Not to Come. It's such a goofy song. Off to a shit start. Yo, what's up, CRT and 4K? It's good to see you. Whoa! Yeah, sorry. I've been. This boss. I think we're at the boss of the game. Good to see you, CRT and 4K. Bud what? Voiced by Budnick from Salute Your Shorts? Told me life is like a box of cums. Shout out CRT and 4K. Yo, yeah, sorry. I feel like I've just kind of had a crazy couple weeks and needed like CubeDude time. Needed to ground myself. Oh, what? Oh, tell us when you get back. I'm curious what arcade machine you got. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, for sure. I'm curious to hear all about it. Hopefully we've beaten this boss by then. When we think about you, it makes me wanna fart. Wasn't Butnick in Terminator 2? Wasn't Butnick John Connor's friend in that like one scene in Terminator 2? Or am I thinking of someone else? Yeah, he's the arcade kid, that's right. What a legacy. I really want to revisit Pete and Pete. I had the first season on DVD. I don't think they ever released the second season on DVD. Yeah, it has the magnetic fields, Stephen Merritt, right? My brother and I covered Hey Sandy. My brother got Pro Tools like in 2002 or 2001, and the first thing we did was cover Hey Sandy by Polaris. Was that not a real band? But I feel like Stephen Merritt did. Fuck, this is over. We smoke it in our hearts. I need to find that. This would have been like summer 2002, and I played drums and did backing vocals. And my brother did all the guitars. It was like the very first project he did in Pro Tools. I remember sending it to everybody in high school, though. Yeah, he's really just a fake. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember the band shows up at one point. Remember, you know what's a great... The show had... Yeah. A weird, really... That was a show that had a fair amount of depth to it. Like, there was a lot of celebrities to it, or in it. Like, Iggy Pop showed up. It was so weird. Like Endless Mike. The name Endless Mike just cracks me up. It's like Twin Peaks for kids. I love that description. I've never heard that description, but I love it. Okay, I think I have the password that's gonna get us back there. Okay, empty, watermelon, empty, empty. Whoa. Yeah, okay, cool. Twin Peaks for kids. I remember there's like an episode with the garage door opener, where young Pete like brings the garage door opener on a vacation, and he's like pressing the button, and there's like someone stuck underneath their garage door back home. It was kind of the era of Nickelodeon before the Nicktoons, before like Ren and Stimpy and stuff, when they were more focused on live action entertainment. I would love to revisit it, though. It's been a long time. I feel like will be different. Have you heard of a movie called I Saw the TV Glow? I don't know. I feel like it's something you might have heard of, Richard. It was, okay, you might really like it. It's about, a kid growing up in the 90s. He's played by that one dude from like Jurassic, one of the Jurassic World movies. Terrible reference, I know, but he was in the Get Down. Anyways, he plays a kid in the 90s who's like watches a fake Nickelodeon TV show, and it's like inspired. It's clearly inspired by like Clarissa Explains It All and Pete and Pete and Are You Afraid of the Dark, but Connor O'Malley. Basically, it's about this kid realizing that it kind of deals with trans issues. Like the kid meets these girlfriends, and they're into this show. Oh no, excuse me. It's Very Secret World of Alex Mack. So there's like a fictional Nickelodeon show within the movie that's like Secret of Alex Mack meets like Clarissa Explains It All. That was the best part of the movie, but I think the main character realizes, I think, like, has some sort of like, okay, I didn't finish the movie, but I feel like it was building towards the main character maybe having a gender transition. But the fake show within it was like Pitch Perfect, early 90s, late 80s Nickelodeon. It's worth watching just for, or parts of it, just for the fake show within it. What's up, Ello? Great to see you, Ello. Welcome to the boss of Tiny Toons. Hopefully this is the time I actually win. I wonder if you actually have enough gems, like if you've made it through the game without dying and held on to all your gems. I wonder if you can just pay off Montana Max and not actually fight him. Oh, that's how he gets you. When he puts bugs in that corner. This is a great spot to be, though. He's gonna jump backwards, yeah. He's gonna do that a couple more times. Oh, thank God. Okay. That's the only time I can do that, though. Fuck! I want my baby back rib. Great timing on the baby back ribs. What's up, Ghost? It's good to have some Ghost in my life. How is Lunar going, Ghost? Yeah, great timing on that. There's a very small margin of error. What is going on with your ha 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 heart? Is this like some inside joke I'm missing? I like it though. I feel I'm getting positive vibes from it. I'm just curious, is this an inside joke or something? Oh, that's what Montana Max was saying. I'm just like skipping the dialogue. I was like, is this Richard's new catchphrase? When did Richard start using a heart? I was like, yeah, when did Richard start using a heart? Lunar is going great. Oh, nice. There's been, so you, I'm tempted to bring up some plot points. I don't want to spoil anything. See this, oh, see that's where he fucks you. I was like, yeah, I don't remember Richard using hearts. That's like a little girly or something. No judgment though. So when he's directly in the middle, it's kind of hard to, Here we go. Everyone has hearts. I'm offended by this. I'm like, this seems like out of character of Richard to like speak like this. See, this is the one where he, see, I avoided the one where I was always taking damage. Hungover, hardly knew her. Nice, tell me about the last night. Was Ghost getting into some trouble last night? See, then I fucked myself there, fuck. Oh no, we could salvage this. Oh shit, check this out. Just bounce on this fool. Come on, baby. I want to speak to your manager. Oh, dude, Cherry Blossom's viewing party, then DJ it. Dude, that sounds like a blast. What sort of Cherry Blossom party did you attend? We fucking did it! Dude, that's awesome, man. That's my ghost, baby. I want to be your manager. Hardly know her. When Hardly Know Her bot was down, people were literally like becoming human bots and being like, hardly know her. Thank you for the GG. Arg. Montana Max does give me a Buttnick vibe. That sounds fucking awesome, Goat's Milk. Look at the crew's all like, we're tired, fuck you. Taking my act on the road, over land and over sea. Isn't that like by land and by sea? Isn't that like some like Palestinian thing? To be a big star. Oh shit! That's basically why I made it, so I didn't have to type the joke repeatedly, and yes, I had to type it. Yeah, this game is like very like pro-Palestine liberation. That's a Paul Revere thing. Fifi, baby. Yo, Fifi is kind of fine. Fifi is kind of fine. You know, Shirley, I don't like her attitude. But I'd hit that. I would hit that. We missed Sweetie. I don't think we saw any of those three. Go, go, Dodo! Sneezer? Little fucking Sneezer in this shit? Elmira? This little like text transition where it like warps out is kind of cool. Sneezer, that's not where I thought you were gonna go with this. I dig it. I want to say that for the Frog the Bell Tolls game also did a very similar text warping thing. I wonder if this is like a function built into the Game Boy. With your pinky up your ass? I think you're onto something. I mean, these Konami devs had sick minds. Thank you for the GGs. Well, this was a good return stream, guys. Thank you for indulging me. Thank you for the indulgence. This might be a real stroker. This was a hell of a stroker, guys. Hell of a stroker. This music was surprisingly listenable. Let's see what people are doing. What are you sorry for? I'm just looking for raid targets. Oh, Sweaty Naked Man is on. Let's raid Sweaty Naked Man. I know. Do you guys want to briefly check out... Hold up, let's check out just briefly something else. How long is Sweaty Naked Man? He's on the East Coast is the issue. This is just some new stuff I threw on here. I know, I deserve more. I deserve more. I was very sad it was over. I might do a full stream of this. Let's just check this out real quick. This is another recent Game Boy colorization. Damn, that's some nice Game Boy art. I know, Girls in Motion for GBC. You know I love that. This is like an FPS game. Cyberspace. DVD video, baby. Hit that corner. Corner? Yo, this is crazy. You are now... Oh, Erie, Indiana is another show kind of in a similar vein to some of that Nickelodeon stuff. We were talking about Pete and Pete though. But yeah, Erie, Indiana kind of fits that description too. What is this originally on? This game is banned in Korean. I know, this is the future, is like first-person games on mobile devices, dude. This was originally a screensaver. I know, I really like dithering. Like dithering oh fuck, is that a Pac-Man ghost? Do you see that fucking Pac-Man ghost? Is this Balls 3D? What was the sort of FPS action game the Game Boy was made for? There's way too much yellow. Like the enemies shouldn't be the same color as the background. Yo, I'm dying to revisit Pete and Pete CRT. 1 frame per second. I do kind of like this very primitive 3D, and I am like a sucker for dithering, which you can see on the ground there, that kind of checkerboard pattern. You see it a lot on Sega Saturn. I don't know how we beat it. This music is good though, yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah, my brother and I covered the theme song to Pete and Pete at one point back in like 2002. I should see, I don't know where that would be. I remember finding it. You know what? I remember in like 2010 I put it on a SoundCloud. So I had the file in 2010. I found that file and put it on a SoundCloud. I remember deleting it from the SoundCloud though. But I think it might be on a portable hard drive somewhere. I should try to find that. I'm so fast, I'm blowing through it. Just raw dogging it. This is a raw dogger. Hover for Windows 95. Don't you talk bad, yeah. Okay, Sandy. Yes, Richard. Follow CRT in 4K immediately. CRT in 4K. Plays on the coolest CRT monitors, and he films them like really well. He films them with like decent cameras. I've never seen anyone capture a CRT as well as CRT in 4K, and he's a cool guy too. I was saying this the other day, I feel like we already talked about this, but I was trying to film this CRT with my webcam that I'm using right now, and it really wasn't up to my standards. It didn't look as good as when CRT in 4K does it. I think you have like a mirrorless camera where you can really dial in the settings and stuff. Raw dogger? Hardly know her. I do like the expression raw dogging. It's kind of getting played out though. Yeah, no, you guys, CRT in 4K has a really cool stream. I remember you were doing Chrono Trigger like a couple weeks or like a month or so ago. What's up with these Pac-Man ghosts? Gremlin says, have a nice day. Black Magic's Ursos, okay. Raw dogging. I feel like when like certain words become part of like or like appropriated into everyday usage, they kind of like lose some of their impact. Like raw dogging is kind of one of those, but every once in a while you'll hear raw dog used in a way that like gives you great enjoyment. Like, dude, me and my lady friend raw dog it, dude. I've definitely been raw dogging my lady friend. We'll be the media center from your call. What's up, Wolfman? Like gooning, yes, gooning. Gooning and mogging. Now it's just general jorking. Used to be prolonged, almost tantric masturbation. There's like, within the time span of a week, I learned gooning, mogging. There was another one. General Jorkin would be a good name for a villain. So Richard is really into camera stuff as well. You should, if you guys, I highly recommend just looking at CRT and 4K's videos just to get an idea of like what his stream looks like, because I have not seen anyone with a setup that cool. I don't know why I'm not raw dogging. Well, I'm kind of hope lady friend isn't raw dogging it with anyone else, but that's a story for another time. Jelking, thank you. Yeah, jelking. Jelking is not, I feel okay. Jelking is still good. Jelking is still fair game, man. That dog is not cooked, it's definitely... God damn it, Resident Meal. So I think that's a portal or something. This fucking... They're trying to tell me to have a nice day, but I don't accept their greeting. Yeah, I know. I mean, current lady friend does not want kids. I don't know. I don't think I want them. It would just be such a lifestyle change. In like a Nepo cube. Can you imagine a Nepo cube? This is some weird shit. It's almost like the smiley face thing in Watchmen. This music's actually okay though. Yeah, that's exactly how we're using it. Joking. We're what was the other one? Looks maxing. Everything is maxing now. I've seen the whole like looks maxing, or you can basically put anything in front of maxing, and I'm seeing that used. I used to only see that on Twitch, but now I'm seeing that everywhere, like non-gaming people using that. Just buy kids on eBay like normal people. Yo, what's up, Blake? Who is Floyd? Yo, thank you for the sub.
Blake X Cypher just resubscribed for 5 months.
I don't know what to make of this, but this is certainly an interesting experiment. What is, hold on. Select face? I like a spherical face. Strength, happy, hurt, okay. What is rub? I wish we could put our face in with the Game Boy camera. I guess that was an option they were going to use in Perfect Dark. You can do that with SimCity for 64DD. And I can actually run that on my N64 EverDrive, but I don't have the adapter that lets you connect the Game Boy camera to the N64, but that would be great to do. I remember reading about that sort of like Game Boy camera functionality with N64 back in the day and thinking it was really cool. This is multiplayer? Okay, this is literally like an arena mode, so you could connect multiple Game Boys together. God damn, dude. Let's link it. You know, there's a few things on the docket. I was thinking about doing a Yoshi-thon in anticipation of the new Yoshi game, but this also might just be a pipe dream. That's a good question. I don't really know. Do people actually want Yoshi-thon? There's a lot of like spin-off Yoshi things I don't think I would want to play. Like, I'm not really interested in Yoshi's Cookie. Jesus. This game is something else. You're mid-jester gooning. That's such a funny sentence. Sure, hardly know her. Yoshi Thong, let's go play the good Yoshis. What's up, Fabio? I mean, I feel like I can't just do it one Yoshi. I gotta do them all. Is Yoshi's Cookie actually good? I've never really given it the old college try. I've picked it up a couple times and just immediately put it down. It just seemed like the sort of thing where they put Yoshi in it, but it was never like developed as a Yoshi game. SNES or Game Boy? That's right, it is on Game Boy. The SNES version is weird. Maybe that's why I've had like struggled with it a bit. Oh wait, there's an Itchy and Scratchy mini golf game. Let's check that out. Pull it up. Yo, it was great to see you, Richard. Yeah, great having you, man. Always enjoy Richard. Hope to catch you trying to score sometime soon, maybe this week. Yeah, I'm hopefully gonna stream again this coming week. I'm gonna really ease my way back into streaming, but I would like to eventually get back to a more regular schedule. Would it be under I for itchy? Would it be under Simpsons? That sounds interesting. Yo, it's healing pretty good. I'm out of the sling. I'm gonna have full range of motion eventually, but it's gonna take a while. The Night of the Living Treehouse horror. But thank you for asking. It was kind of not the best month, but I'm like slowly getting back to normal. Super Breakout. Itchy and Scratchy Miniature Golf Madness. HI. And Music B is the jam. Okay. I thought this was a full. Okay, hold up. Would it be a European release? Oh, that's weird. I'm not seeing. Are you sure it's for Game Boy? Would it be Game Boy Color? Okay, it should. That is a OG Game Boy collection I downloaded that was really comprehensive. Oh, maybe I have it in my own. Damn, I don't see that. Yo, there was Jeopardy on here. Oh man, I would love to revisit it. It's been a long time. I mainly remember like just individual jokes. The 4th of July episode I remember being memorable. I did buy the first season on DVD in the mid 2000s, but I don't think they put out the second season on DVD, so I never got to revisit those. Kid Icarus is on here. So much shit on here. What about you, CRT? But I loved, like, you know, Artie was hilarious. Iggy Pop was on it. Endless Mike. Just the name Endless Mike kind of cracks me up. Let's do a hot second of Yoshi's Cookie. What is just Yoshi? Oh, okay, maybe I'm thinking of the third one. I think I had a collection of the first 2 seasons, and I'm thinking of the third one. It might be Cookie. What if it's under M? Okay, let's try this. Okay, it's the third one that I never got. Oh, which you mean like what Pete was your favorite, Little Pete? 4-Year Party reminded me of older. I was definitely the more rebellious one. Yeah, Petunia. Remember he had like Petunia? It was such a quirky show, and I think a lot of stuff on it went over my head as a little kid. So this is just a very similar Yoshi minigame. You only saw that once or twice. I really need to revisit it. What time is it? I do think I might call it. I'm still getting back in the groove of streaming and staying up late. I don't mind puzzle games like this. I mean, if I do a Yoshi-thon, we kind of gotta do this. So this is just Yoshi. It's kind of confusing. There are multiple Yoshi games. Maybe one more thing. Maybe one more thing. Hatris. I've seen Hatris. I've never played it though. Let's see. This guy has a pretty comprehensive collection here. Maybe some random Japanese. What it would be under M. Ghost Milk. Wizardry. Oh, it's under miniature golf. Okay. Let's see a second of that. It would be better if it was about hats. Glad they rectified that. Miniature. What is the Microsoft thing? Oh, it's like solitaire. I'm not seeing it. Just see a second of this Microsoft shit. This was 2000? Microsoft. Oh fuck, it's all the shitty Windows minigames. Free Cell. Tri-Peaks. Where's Solitaire though? Ski Free. I remember this. Remember the Yeti? Remember the Yeti? Yeah, I remember the Yeti eating you. I don't know if any of these Windows games were actually good. There was the 3D pinball that was kind of, I remember liking. That would have been after this, I think. This is more like Ski or Die. Oh my god, this is totally Ski or Die. That's funny. Doo-doo. Oh. Let's see who is starting. Get into the car or I will die, or I will kill you. Like skate or die. You have two choices. You can skate or you can die. It looks like Demi just started. I think we're gonna raid Demi. He's doing probably Amiga. I can't tell what. But Demi's just starting. Doing a shmup. I guess I'll skate, man. You have two choices. You're gonna skate. That's how Rough Riders roll. Okay, yo, thank you guys for hanging. This was fun getting to hang with you guys again, and yeah, good to see you too, man. Yeah, thank you guys for being awesome, and we'll do it again soon. Hopefully later this week. Let's rady. Yo, thank you, CRT and 4K. Give me a follow if you haven't. There's a Discord. Do I still have? Yeah, this was fun. I'll have to think about what's next on the agenda. There's never a lack of Saturn games to play. I really do like going through all these random like Game Boy games because there's just some like all this weird random stuff in here. It's good for my ADD. Yo, Skelly, you thanks for hanging. Yo, thanks for everyone who resubscribed and everything. Like some people hit Ghost Milk hit the 1 year. Motu's almost there. Desi hit the 1 year. When they come, the king is back. Yo, Return of the King, baby. I was thinking about making that my my no going live notification, but I thought it was like, I don't know, maybe I should dial it back a little bit. Okay, I don't know. Demi's doing some shmup. It looks good. All right, I'll catch you guys soon. Take care, guys. Dial it up, baby. Dial it up.